When you're at American Top Team, there's no one better that you want to talk to than one of the top fighters in the world. Actually, the top fighter in the world. America's champ, ATT champ, UFC champ, the people's champ, Colby Covington. Yes! Colby, we'll start off with the easy stuff. American Top Team, just tell us about training here and the coaches and the talent that's here at this facility.
Oh man, it's a world-class training facility. We're second to none, you know, the champions that we breed, the amount of UFC fighters. I mean, there's not a gym that can compete with us, and it's all built, you know, by the Godfather Dan Lambert. You know, very thankful for everything he's done for us. You know, he gave me an opportunity out of college. You know, not a lot of places gave me an opportunity so I could live out my dreams. So I didn't have to worry about working a side job. He gave me a place to live. He gave me, you know, a chance to put food on my table so I could just chase my dream. And now it's all about giving back to him and doing everything that I promised him. And that was to bring him home a world title. And now it's to take Kamaru Usman's head and bring it back on a silver platter.
We know Colby Covington is the great fighter, MMA. We know him as outspoken. What about Colby Covington? What was Colby Covington like as a youth? What was he like as a kid?
Oh man, he was a troublemaker, you know. He got in a lot of fist fights in the streets. That's where I developed these fighting skills, that are second to none, you know. You know, I grew up in a rough area in California. It was my mom who worked 3 jobs just to provide food on the table so I could, you know, go to wrestling practice or go to karate practice. So, you know, I didn't have the best upbringing, but, you know, that's what's given me my strength today, and that's why I'm the best fighter in the world. I've seen adversity, and I've responded, and I just know that nobody can give me anything that I haven't seen before, and my will is stronger than everybody's out there.
Do you think that having adversity makes a person a better fighter?
I think so. I think when you haven't dealt with adversity and been through that, then you don't know how to respond when that time comes. Because I remember the first time adversity hit me, and I didn't know how to respond. I shelled up, and you know, but now I know how to respond. You know, I use it and I channel it and I use it into positive energy, and I'm able to respond and get the most out of myself.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Oregon State University.
Huge university and all. So here's this kid, mom is doing everything for you, you're getting yourself on the right track, and you end up at Oregon State. What did that mean to you at that time? Were you too young to understand what was going on that you were able to do this and be able to wrestle in college?
No, my whole life is it's been very crazy. It's been surreal, you know. It's been like I've seen myself from an outside perspective, you know. That this kid growing up, you know, with nothing, never thinking that I would even make it to college. You know, everybody doubted me. Oh, you won't even do this in high school. You won't be a state placer. And here I am today. I've, you know, won national titles in college. You know, I've won Pac-10 titles. I've won a UFC champion. You know, so you know, it's just a lot of hard work and belief, and never giving up on a lifelong dream.
How did you get this gift for gab? Because let's talk a little bit, when you're in college, even in high school, or maybe it's different than down here, wrestling isn't the big sport, amateur wrestling. I mean, we don't even really have colleges here in Florida that have wrestling on a competitive NCAA, NAI level. Where did that gift for gab come? Was that something that came later on, or just you always had that?
I've always had it, but now it's just about opening it up at the right time. You know, it's something that I enjoy doing, and it's just me being real, you know. And most of the stuff I say, it's not anything that hasn't happened, you know. People just don't want to hear the truth, you know. Everybody's afraid of the truth out there, so, you know, it's just something you have, you know. It's not something you can acquire, it's something that's inside of you.
Were you outspoken in college?
Yes, I was very outspoken in college, you know. I spoke my mind, you know. Sometimes, you know, I had to tell the coaches the way it was, you know. I didn't let them tell me what to do. I knew what was best for me, you know. If they wanted me to wrestle injured, I'd say, no, you know, I know my body. You can't tell me how my body feels, you know. So I've always been very outspoken and spoke my mind and how I feel, you know. And no one tells me what to do. I'm my own boss. No one's my boss.
How did that transpire for you? How did the coaches deal with that side of it? Because I'm sure there's a lot of wrestlers that will come through, or any athlete that will come through, and they're just going to be like, yes, coach, yes, coach, yes, coach, yes, coach. And here you are saying, listen, I know my body. I know what's going on here. I can't do this. I'm going to be more of a hurt to myself and the team to do this and all. How did they react to that side of Colby Covington?
At first, they didn't understand it, but as time went on, they started to understand it, and they realized how diligent I was about the way I worked and the way that I listened to my mind and my body, and I listened to myself. You know, I think that most people in life, you got to trust your gut instinct. There's a gut instinct inside you, and if you trust that, that's going to take you wherever you want to go. But if you go against that, then you're not going to go where you want to go.
No one could argue with it. It's been working for you to this point. Where do you see yourself? What's coming up for you? What are some of the goals that you set for yourself now?
Yeah, I got big goals. I want to be the greatest welterweight of all time, and I think I'm on the way there. I'm already unbeaten. There's not a man alive that's gonna take this off my shoulder, and that's what it's all about right now. Unifying this belt, getting a new belt, and super fights. Doing the fights that the fans want to see. It's not so much about the fights that I want. I want the best guys in the world. I want to knock them out. I want them to reach the top of the mountain, and then I'll kick them right back to the bottom. So, but I want what the fans want now. It's not about me getting the guys that have worked their way up. It's about me doing what the fans want, what the people want to see, and that's why I'm the people's champion.
How important, too, was that for you? Because it took you a while, it seems, to get the respect from UFC to get these bigger matches. Was there a turning point there? Was it because of the fans? Was it just because of the way you were fighting and winning? Was there a turning point? Yeah,
there was a turning point. I don't think they understood it at first, just like my coaches in college. At first they were a little confused, but once they saw that, a lot of people hate me, but those same people are going to tune in to watch me fight. They're not going to miss anything, They're not going to turn the channel to Real Housewives of OC like if they're watching some of these other fighters. So, that's when the turning point was, when they realized that, I am the Floyd Mayweather of MMA. I'm the guy that everybody wants to see. Whether you want to see me win or lose, it's all the same thing. You're emotionally invested in my fight.
Colby, how would you do against Floyd Mayweather?
Oh man, he wouldn't last 5 seconds, man. If we were in the streets, man, I'd put him down on the ground and ragdoll him, man. Floyd Mayweather's, he's a limited skills martial artist. He only throws hands. He doesn't know how to throw elbows. He doesn't know how to throw knees. And come on, let's just be honest, he's soft.
Colby Money Covington. That's what it is. WWE, got to talk a little WWE with you. Your friend KM, who's Impact Wrestling and all, he's been with you at your fights and all. What has that friendship been like with KM?
Cam Haynes?
Kevin Matthews?
Oh, KM.
Thank you. Yeah, KM is wrestling name. Yeah, right. Okay.
Oh, man, it's been a good relationship. KM has showed me a side of the business that I didn't really understand before, the promotional side, the lead-up side, and just the entertainment side. That's what it's all about. These fans want to be entertained. They're not paying all their hard-earned money to come into an arena and just it be quiet. They want some emotion. They want to feel the energy of the fight, and of the lead-up to the fight. So that's what I'm here for, to deliver to the fans, just like all the pro wrestlers do.
Do you have any favorites when you were growing up that you watched?
Yeah, I liked The Rock growing up. He was the man.
That guy can cut a promo. Holy man.
Wow. He's cutting promos in movies every day now,
Yeah, I know.
Everyday life, he's a good guy.
Is that something that you would want to do someday, is get involved in pro wrestling?
Yeah, that's the plan. After I've solidified myself as the greatest fighter of all time, then I want to make my way and be a 2-sport world champion, go over to the WWE, and who knows, maybe we do a tag team match, me and Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch and Conor McGregor.
Oh, see, that's gold right there. That is gold to get from Colby Covington. All right, Colby, thank you so much. Do you have social media?
Yeah, I got social media. Check me out at Colby Cov MMA, and I'm 305's finest. I'm representing Miami and all of South Florida, and I'm coming here to make the UFC great again.
Tell you something about Colby Covington. I'm going to add to this. 305, the 954, the 561, the 407. He's bringing it all, Florida.